Nakshita. Many people confuse between a job and a profession. On the screen, you see three important superstars in India: Lalu Yadav, Lata Mangeshkar, and Sachin Tendulkar. Can you imagine Lalu as a singer, Lata Mangeshkar as a politician, or Sachin Tendulkar as a salesman? They would have been disasters. So the first, when we talk about job, first we should say that we are not talking about a profession. We are talking about a job in the context of a corporate level. On the screen, you have three superstars of corporate world. One is Sridharan and Dr. Santrup Mishra and Indra Nooyi. We'll speak more about them a little later. What you need to recognize is the right job is one which suits your personality and takes you to the top of your career. There are many characteristics, and the top characteristics are going to be emerging from the way when you look at the superstars first. Dr. Santrup Mishra is now the CEO and chairman in one of the group companies of Aditya Birla Group. He was rated as the role model and exemplary leader in Asia's first employer brand awards in Singapore. For many people in India, many people in the Indian corporate sector, Dr. Santrup Mishra is a role model. Look at his early career. He started in HR, in industrial relations, in a company called Straw Products in JK Group in Mumbai. In the early part of his career, he stayed on in the HR field and suddenly rose to the top as the group HR head of Aditya Birla. The second person, as you can see here, Indra Nooyi, I think she's a household name in India. She's currently the board member of Amazon, but prior to that, her fame came from being the chairman and CEO of PepsiCo for 13 years, one of the first women chairman. She was listed in Time magazine's 100 most influential people as early as 2007 and 8. Let's look at her early career. She started a career after her college as a product manager in Metro BSL and Johnson & Johnson. And then when she went abroad, and then her career took off because she stayed in a core function of marketing and sales initially. And then she moved into consulting. So when you look at her career, every part of her career, again, she started a career in Chennai and Mumbai, one of the metro cities in India. The third important person is even more dramatic. The Sridharan is called the Metro Man of India. The Delhi Metro owes his entire success to one man, E. Sridharan. He was also renowned as the architect of Konkan Railway because everybody thought it was a disaster project. He swung it around, made it profitable, and he was facilitated with the Padma Vibhushan in 2008. Let's look at his early career. Apprentice. Can you imagine? He started his first year as an apprentice in Bombay Port Trust and then started his career as a lecturer in civil engineering. But very quickly realized this is not what he wanted to do and joined the service of engineers in Southern Railway. And that changed his life forever. He became a superstar engineer in Indian history, and he stayed on with Indian Railways to go into the various roles we talked about, ending with the Metro Rail. So the question is, what happens when you start your career in the wrong job? This is a very common story. 9 out of 10 people take the first available job and start hating the job within the first 2-3 months. Many of them come into job boards looking for the next job. They find the job boring, and many of them quit less than 1 year. And you become a rolling stone and land up in the wrong trajectory. I want to understand this word trajectory. This is a very good diagram, and this is typically when you want to shoot a rocket, people discuss the trajectory. Typically in careers, you have to choose the right trajectory. For example, if you shoot right on the top or you take off very early in the career, then you go straight on top, as you can see on the left-hand side, and you drop down. Or if you go on a very low trajectory, which is the smallest in the graph, and that is, you land up very, very close by. The field gun, the option 5, is the right trajectory for a career. So in very important, the early jobs put you on the right trajectory. What it means is that you will follow the field gun range so that you go to the maximum range you achieve in career. The longer you achieve, the higher you go. So that's the meaning of the first job. It's the foundation. In any building, the foundation determines how tall and how big the building will be. Similarly, the right job determines how tall and how big will be your career. It sets the trajectory. So it's not enough to be to take off earlier, or it should not be lined up in a very low trajectory. You should be in the exactly right angle to take off the longest distance. Now, how does one do that? There are 5 components when we describe any right job. It has got 5 components, as you can see. The first is right role. This is the most important. In the case of Sridharan, he quickly became an engineer. In the case of Santup Mishra, he became an HR professional, which took him to the top. The second is the industry. This is the important. For example, the FMCG industry is what Chandra Nui chose in the early part of her career in Johnson and Johnson, and then took off when she went and joined when consulting and post consulting. She joined FMCG companies. The employer is also important. If you see in the case of Sridharan, he joined Indian Railways. He was very, very famous for his engineering career that he built for people. City, in all the 3 cases, you will see that many of them start in Mumbai, or you start a career in Chennai in one case. So city is also important. And the last one is level. The level is not something you should start at the highest level. Like, for example, apprentice is what Mr. Sridharan started, which is the very low level. So all these 5 have to connect with you as a person. So I think what I tried to do so far is to try and explain to you that the right first job and why is it important. In the next video, we'll talk about how to demystify one of the most important components of uh, early career, what is called a job description. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. This has been really insightful, and I look forward to our next video.